This is a tricky one because you've got Leverkusen versus Frankfurt. Leverkusen have kicked back into gear. Frankfurt got more than two eyes on their European exploits, and they're doing great as well, by the way. And another deserved victory in East London during the week. But Leverkusen at minus 225. I think that's a little bit disrespectful to Frankfurt if Frankfurt then come back and do something. Frankfurt plus 550, under over 3 with over being at minus 140. I think if Frankfurt don't turn up, then the under is at plus 120 and maybe 3-0, 2-1, Leverkusen. You're only going to get a push. The draw, I think, is out the window at plus 400 because it's either Frankfurt turn up and put up a fight or Leverkusen steamroll them. Alex, what's it going to be? Are Frankfurt just going to look at the Europa League semi-final?
Yeah, absolutely, 1000%. Yeah, resting players. It's very, very important. Actually, now that they won the first leg 2-1, is even more important if they were losing the first leg. You know, way more important. I don't know, 6 or 7 players on the bench, 1000%. Leverkusen can't afford to lose this game. Freiburg are just 3 points behind them. Leipzig are 2 points behind them. 3 games to go. It's very important for Leverkusen to take advantage of Eintracht's European commitments. And we've seen Eintracht, how they are neglecting totally this league. They want to put their hand on that trophy, the Europa League. And I think that the bookies are speaking about that. -1, +1, +130. Normally, in normal days in Bundesliga in mid-season, you wouldn't see that. No way you would see that. Leverkusen, I said to you last week, I'm not worried about them trashing Greuther Furth. And it was the first time this season that they conceded first and they actually won the game and covered. Wow. Yeah, I think that they found. Yeah, I think that they found a way to play with the missing players out, with the injured players out. I think that they found their form. I think that it was very important to leapfrog RB Leipzig in third there. So it should be an easy win. I don't know if they will destroy Eintracht, but I think that it should be an easy win. This is why I have a slight different approach here.
Okay, Omar saying Frankfurt are tired. I'm not. The big thing is there, Omar, is are the tired players going to play? Kev, we understand there's going to be massive rotations, but then that means there's opportunities for players to come in to, and I always will say this, that it's like next man up. You've got an opportunity to go in there. You are fresh. You've been watching on the sidelines. You want to get involved in the Europa League. And if somebody gets injured in the Europa League, you could find yourself realistically in the final when you've been sitting on the bench for the last 6 to 8 weeks. So I thought this was a bit of a banana skin, you know?
I think it could be. The only thing you'd say about that, and I agree with you, that normally you'd have a situation where you think, well, actually, these guys want to make their mark and give the coach dig in the ribs. But actually, they've done this already, which is when they went to Union in a game I did a couple of weeks ago, and they were appalling. They were really bad. And they were second best to everything in the first half. And then it was 2-0 at half time, and the game was gone. So I think Alex is right in terms of the approach that he's taking, because I think what you might see is Leverkusen get this done, and then both of them just accept that the game is over, and they just kind of sleepwalk their way to the end. So I don't necessarily think it'll be something like 5-0, but I can see Leverkusen winning it by a couple and probably getting it done fairly early.
Yeah, and the minus 150, it's just nothing. There's nothing there because, I mean, again, it could be at
too short.
Yeah, it's rude. It's rude to think that anyone wants to take that. So, Alex, you're the only one that's got a pick here. So what is the official pick? And when I see your pick, right, and it will spin over any second, Leverkusen half-time, full-time, you just got to better make sure that Frankfurt don't do what they've been doing in the Europa League. I cannot believe that consistently, they've scored 3 goals in 3 matches inside the first 5 minutes. And it sets the tone. It's like unbelievable. I did the Europa League with Alex this week, and I'm like, I've got to go both teams scoring over because Frankfurt come out the traps now. And all of a sudden, everything you could have a great read on the game. as soon as that team goes 1-0 up, they sit back, they can pick you off, and they dictate the play. Now, I do believe that Leverkusen are going to win, but it's just the numbers are not right. So probably this is the only way that you can have Leverkusen to win, Alex, and get a decent number. Half-time, full-time at +120. Michael Makeda said, yes, I like that. That's a nice pick.